Well, the next critical issue that I would like to talk about is this. Always look for a buyer outside the obvious. When looking for a buyer, it is very, very important that you make a concerted effort to think laterally. This is really important. You need to make a deliberate effort to think beyond the obvious. I've said previously that we've sold well over 1,000 companies, and between 40 and 45% of our clients were surprised at the nature of the final purchaser. We never expected to sell to somebody like that. Let me give you a few examples from the BCMS family of companies. We sold a hairbrush company to a paintbrush company. Well, I was a bit involved in this deal. Can you imagine our client's despair when I turned up? What could I possibly understand about hairbrushes? Well, both we and they were surprised, shocked, may I say, when they sold to a paintbrush firm. We sold a security equipment business to an electric light company, a training company to a Sage software supplier, a PC supplier to an outsourcing company. What about a catering equipment company that we sold to an agricultural equipment supplier? We could cite many, many examples. How we find these buyers we'll discuss in a research video on another occasion. The point is this: you must look well outside of your sector for your buyer, and at Kingsbrook and BCMS we excel in being able to do this. And for many listening to this, it will also be important that you look overseas for a buyer. Looking overseas for buyers has two major impacts. Firstly, overseas buyers will often pay a premium price in order to gain access to an international market. We see this quite frequently, and we could cite many examples. Secondly, an overseas buyer will influence local bidders. This is one of those rare occasions when a competitor can be induced to pay a premium price. Let us assume that a competitor looking to secure more percentage points market share here in the UK has approached us. In normal circumstances, that competitor would never pay a premium price. But what if that competitor now discovers that we are also talking to a Chinese or a German or a US competitor who've been trying to get a foothold here in the UK for the last 2, 3 or 4 years? Suddenly, in order to prevent that overseas competitor muscling in on the home market in the UK, the local competitor can be induced to pay a premium price. Again, this is one of those rare occasions when a competitor may just pay a higher price. Overseas buyers are on the rise right now, and for many it's important to look beyond the shores of this country. So the learning here is that the best buyers are not the obvious buyers. They are likely to be unknown to you. Between 60 and 65% of our clients had never ever heard of the purchaser. They did not know they existed. And it's vital for a successful deal and a high price that you look beyond the obvious.